What's up, everybody? Welcome to Screen Break Entertainment. My name is Spada, and today we're going to do our first episode of what I'm calling the Living Roster. Now, what the Living Roster is it's an ever-changing roster list based off of the character select screen that has so far been provided by NetherRealm Studios. As of right now, we've been provided with the 28 character slot character selection screen. The characters already announced so far are Aquaman, Atrocitus, Batman, Superman, Gorilla Grodd, Supergirl, Blue Beetle, Harley Quinn, Wonder Woman, and Deadshot. So that's 10 characters that we have announced so far. So what we're going to do today is we're going to fill up the remaining 18 slots with characters that I predict will make an appearance. Now, I will be totally frank, in most cases I don't expect most of these characters to make it, but this is kind of like a wish list. What's going to happen here is as they announce new characters, we will actually revisit this list and make adjustments as necessary. Sometimes that's going to mean confirming a character that I predicted. Other times that's going to mean removing a character that I predicted because they didn't make the cut, or somebody else made the cut that I didn't predict and we have to replace a slot. So let's go ahead and get started with what I predict we're going to see in Injustice 2. We're going to start with Ares, the main villain of Wonder Woman, kind of a shoe-in for the game. Beast Boy, one of the most requested characters in the first Injustice. Captain Cold, I think, is a pretty fair assumption given that we've seen some pretty solid Easter eggs in the trailers up to this point. Catwoman. Now, Catwoman is a character that's been in just about every piece of Batman fiction there has ever been. Certainly think that she'll be making an appearance in this game again. Cyborg, one of the characters of the Justice League, it just doesn't make sense not to have him in the game. Deathstroke, I do believe Deathstroke will be in the game, even though Deadshot's already in the game. Deadshot and Deathstroke are going to have very different move lists, and what we've seen of Deadshot looks nothing like Deathstroke from the first Injustice. So I think there's still room for Deathstroke. We've got Doomsday. Doomsday is somebody that I predict just because he was a lot of fun in the first Injustice. He was very popular in the first Injustice, and he's one of the main Superman villains. Then we've got the Flash, who I think is pretty simple given that we've already seen him in the announcement trailer. We've got Green Arrow, with Arrow on TV right now and it doing as well as it's doing, and him being one of the more popular DC characters and part of the Justice League, just doesn't make sense not to have the Green Arrow as a part of the cast. Now, I did mention in one of my other videos about this topic that the Green Lantern Corps is going to have some form of representation. I predict two different characters, and the characters I predict are Hal Jordan and Jessica Cruz. Hal Jordan I feel like is very likely. Jessica Cruz just because I would love to see her in the game. She's an awesome character from the comics. Killer Frost was a really popular character in the first Injustice. I think it would be a shame not to have her included in this game as well. Lex Luthor, the main Superman villain, can't have a game with Superman in it and not at least have an acknowledgement of Lex Luthor's existence. Plus, he was pretty popular in the first game. Red Hood was a very highly requested character in the first Injustice. I think he'll make an appearance in Injustice 2. Whether or not he'll be a playable character, I don't know, but we can all hope, right? Reverse Flash, I think there's a huge popularity with this character given his appearance in the Flash television show, and since non-comic book fans have been exposed to him, he really seems to have taken hold with fans of the Flash TV show. Robin, I feel like, was a miss in the first game. I feel like he would have been a really, really cool character, especially if you were able to include young Damian Wayne. That's from the more recent iterations of the comics. Steppenwolf is supposed to be the main villain of the Justice League movie, so I feel like it's just really likely that he's going to be in this game. And then last but absolutely not least, the Joker. You can't have anything with Batman in it without having the Joker make an appearance, and the Joker is just such a favorite character. If you're going to make a DC fighting game, not including the Joker would be a shame. Not to mention he was in the first one and people liked him a lot. Okay guys, so that fills in the remaining 18 slots. But wait, I know that a lot of you guys are saying this game probably is going to have more than 28 characters, and you're right. But for now, the character select screen that they're showing us only has 28 slots, so that's what we're filling in. As soon as we see another character select screen that gives us more character availability or character slots, then we can go ahead and add to that list. But what do you guys think of the list? Some of the characters on this list, do you think they shouldn't be making it into the game, or are there characters that aren't on this list that you hope to see in the game? Make sure to let me know in the comments below. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe to see more just like this. We will be changing this list as more announcements come out from NetherRealm Studios. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and until next time.